Good evening, guys. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Still just trying to get everything kind of set up here. Just give me a minute. What's up, Ponzi? How are you doing? Yeah, it's almost like, do we kind of start this sell off this evening? I kind of do like the push down to the, I don't know, 50s here. Just still trying to get my screen set up here. Try not to breathe in the mic there. All right, let's see. Am I missing something? Hmm. We still got about 4 or 5 minutes before the Asia market opens. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't quit yawning this evening. I feel like we're just going to be kind of just trading in a really tight range. So you can see right now we're in like what it looks like a nice little tight 40-point range. So, oh shit, this stuff's frozen. Be one of these evenings where we sit around, drink coffee, stare at some grinding charts, listen to some music, maybe listen to a show. I don't know. How's the weather been there, Ponzi? Is it still pretty wildly cold? Let's see. Make sure we're on a eval. Excuse me, I cannot stop yawning this evening. Whew. See if we can find something to watch. Actually, we'll probably listen to some music. I think that'd probably be a little better. Oh, wow, about a foot on the ground. That's about what we had last week on the ground too. We had about a foot. We still pretty much most of us around on the ground, but most all the streets are pretty much what's up, man? How are you doing, Pixie? Pixie, I'm sorry if I'm saying that. Pixie FX. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong there, sir. Oh, you haven't been out doing too much. I'm hoping that we get a little push to the downside here at the opening, guys. I think I'm going to start off with one micro. I don't think I'm going to go in with two. I want to kind of go in with two, but man, I'm just not sure. I kind of want to wait and see if we lose the 75s. If we can kind of get that bounce at the 75, or was that the bounce already? Ooh. All right. See the hit 75 real quick. Hit 75 there. All right. Wow. What a nice 25-point rip off that 75, guys. I mean, basically what that is basically a trend line. This is one thing you can look at on the in the evenings is those trend line breaks. Let's see. That may be the first leg pullback to move to the upside. We're going to see if we can wait out a new candle here. Just be patient. I feel like this is a possible long setup. What I'm going to do is be patient, wait for a new 5-minute candle here. What's up, Global? How are you doing? Still got about 2 minutes left before a new 5-minute candle. I'm hoping that this will be the bottom here for this leg. So if you pull the fib here, this is the bottom. Woof. All right, we're about to hit the 25. So what we're doing is just waiting for the next 5-minute candle to print. We're from Arkansas in the United States. We've got about a minute, 15 seconds left. I like that we're kind of breaking out of this range. That'd be a really good spot for a break. Even though we've had to sit here and watch a 50-point freaking 5-minute candle. $30 seconds left. There's not really much of a strategy in the PM session for myself. We're just buying off support and resistance, playing off the 5-minute candles. So this is all of our support and resistance. We pull Fibonacci on all of our legs. So this was pulled back into the golden pocket here. So let's see if we get some kind of pullback here on this little 5-minute leg. Just kind of wait and see what kind of pullback we get here. It says the chart is right on top of the chart. Are you talking about the Fibonacci thing? Oh, the chat. Oh, I don't know if I can fix that. That's just the way YouTube's got their shorts. You can switch over. You can switch over to the other charts. I'm streaming on 2 different charts. I'm streaming on horizontal and vertical. The horizontal probably looks a lot better than the vertical ones. Let's see if I can raise it up some. See if that'll help. Here, we can take those off. So back above the 25 here, we're going to be looking for a 50 touch. Where's that? Up at the 80. Now, if this stays below the previous day close, we're going to be short bias. And this is this level here at 21. I feel like we almost need to clear out the 350s, kind of clear up this 5-minute gap down at the 350s. All right, we're about to get a new 5-minute candle. Trading in the Asian market is so much more different than trading New York. It's so much slower. You really can't over leverage just because... Just can't over leverage. You can't really get yourself in a hole. So a lot of times we start off with fairly small size. All right, like I said, kind of want to see us back above this previous day close. We've been struggling pretty badly to get through the 40s up here. We done made 1, 2, 3, about 4 attempts to get through these 40s. So we'll have to be kind of approach this with caution here, just in case we cannot get through these 40s here. If for some reason we push up and barely get to like 36, 37, we may even try to go, not completely to break even, but we'll have our stop loss here around the 20s. What's up there, guy? What's up? We're still just kind of grinding around. I feel like we're due for a little bit of a chop fest since we've had massive sell-offs and massive moves during the New York session the last couple days. I think we had a 700-point sell-off today. And we're going to be looking for first target to hit is going to be the 40. Then the second target's going to be probably the 50. So far, still not tagged in. See what I mean? I'm scared we may get stuck here at the 36, 30 area. You got to think we've already hit this area so many times. So what we'll do is we can hit this first 10 points. This will allow us to have a 10 points and draw down for free. And maybe we can target this wick up here. I mean, that's if we hit the first target. Oh, it's right there. Oh, dude, don't tick me. Okay, I was about to say. Don't do me dirty. All right, we're going to be looking for the 75s. No trend lines. Yeah, I say just do whatever, works for everybody. I like to trade more like support and resistance. And from level to level, I like to usually trade in between whole numbers. So, the market likes going to the 25. The market likes the 50. The market likes the 75. The market likes the whole number up there at the 100 level. So a lot of times, most of my entries are in between whole numbers. So that's why we had our entry sitting at 30, because most times we get above 25, we're going to 50. So a lot of times you can get your quick 10 points, whatever, how many points you're looking for, even go up to the 50 level if you probably wanted to, depending on the volume. Didn't quite hit that 50 there. So if this thing comes back and stops me out, it'll just be a break-even trade, because basically what it is, the one thing about Asia market, there's always pullbacks. So it's so easy to get stopped out break-even in the evening. So what we're doing is we're looking to run this wick here. I don't know if this was a earnings wick. It kind of looks like it to me, being 100 points. No, sir. We are trading the NQ, Micros NQ. Since we're trading small prop firm accounts, so I only trade a few micros, because anything over a few micros on these small accounts, it just blows them up. I'm usually trading the 50Ks or 25Ks with either Apex or Bulanox. Let's see. And this is probably a brand new eval with Bulanox, because I'm at the max 3 funded accounts, since I can't have more than 3. My closest account to payout is this one. I'm about a little under $1,200 away from a $1,000 payout with Bulanox. So hopefully sometime this month we'll reach that goal. And that's usually my breakout trade that I like to take in the morning. I like to trade the opening, the New York, right there at the opening. Dude, it's like, this thing could hit the 50, pull all the way back to the 25, and it does. I think we'll add if it does. There's the whole number. This is what I talk about. I like to trade in between whole numbers. It doesn't happen, nothing's 100% in trading, but most of the time in a slower, choppy market, when it's just kind of barely moving, most of the time the market's going to respect these whole numbers. So this is why I said I like to trade in between the 25 and the 50, find you a target. So like I like to, if we're moving past the 25, it's usually from 30 to 40, then look for 75 as the next target if we break the 75 here. Or if you're feeling kind of frisky, you can short the 50 back into the 25. We'll see if we get it here. Don't know, is that what you just did, Fish Lips? Did you short that 50 back into the 25? Fish Lips, did you say you broke a APEC rule today with that $1,100 you made? I couldn't remember. Was that today or was that yesterday? Oh, you just sat down? Oh, okay. Flops. All right, we got 6 seconds here. I'm hoping this freaking thing don't go all the way back down to the 400s. Oh, you need 45. Okay, so that was one of your larger accounts. Nice, Ran. We're using a Ninja Trader if you're still here, Ran. A random guy. We're looking for the good old Mr. 75 up here, guys. We're hoping that we can run this data wick here, or whatever this wick was here. I'm assuming this is some kind of earnings. I mean, to get a move that big about 3:20 in the evenings, it has to be earnings. I mean, that's a 100-point candle. Like I said, if we get that pullback to the 25 here, we will try to add into it so we have 2 mics going up to the top side. Like I said, we're looking for a slow grind up to 74. I feel like that 74 is going to be a good target. We already ran this data wick. You can see when we open, we push that wick. So right now, the top of that wick is right at 80. And so we're about 6 points under it. So I feel like we have a good opportunity to get up there to those 74s. Yeah, right now, Fish Lips, I'm trying to start stacking Bulinox funded accounts to sit on the sideline. Because you don't, after you have, I'm not sure how many funded accounts you have with Bulinox, but, you can have up to 10. But since I got 3, then I'm not quite to the threshold yet. They just sit there. They just kind of sit dormant. And so they just sit there. So I don't have to pay for them. So this is a new Bulinox account here. So if I get this one passed, that'll give me 5 with Bewley. You got 3 for yourself too? Okay. Yeah, I passed the 4th one today, and this will be my 5th one if we get it passed. Then hopefully if I can get that one Bewley account that I need like $1,200 for the payout, then I can use the money from it to pay for the next one. Then I think my closest Apex account's about 800 away. But I've been focusing on Bewley a lot more than I've been focusing on those Apex accounts. I have a hard time breaking. I break Apex rules all the time, man. I don't know what it is, man, but I'm always breaking their rules. Oh shoot! That's why I've been trying to focus on Buellanox, because Buellanox don't like really push those rules as bad as Apex does. I know. Oh man. So that's why I've been just focusing on my Buellanox accounts, because Apex gets angry with me. Oh goodness. I may end up doing a Apex tomorrow with the especially if it starts off choppy tomorrow. That I feel like we could get that choppy day tomorrow where we're just kind of making waves and we're just bouncing in between whole numbers. I feel like tomorrow is going to be a good day. See, the only thing that worries me about right here, I don't know if we'll get through that 65 level. If you look to the left over here, there is a lot of down wicks sitting at the 70 level. 65 to 70, there's a lot of down wicks. So I don't, let me look at that closely again. I can't hardly tell. All right. So a lot of down wicks sitting at 70. What's up, man, from Nigeria? Did you have a good day, Marvin? Do you trade every day? Nice. I don't have any money right now. We're making money, but we have to get to a certain profit target to take the money. So I still need about $1,200 more on my one Buellanox account to take money. So we're still a little ways away. I'm hoping that we can keep our steady, looking for our one trade in the morning. Like I said, usually we look for one trade in the morning at the opening. Sounds good, Fish Lips. We'll be here. We're going to plan on being here for a little while. So we did break out of this really tight range that we were in from earlier today when the market pretty much consolidated for the last 2 hours. Man. Yeah, we're actually already in long. We've already taken the first contract off. We're looking for us to run whatever earning wick this was. So I'm assuming we had some kind of earnings this evening because we have a 100-point candle here. So most of the time there was something that happened at 3 o'clock this evening, or 4 o'clock to get this. Right now, a lot of times I'm looking for the pullback to the 25 here. So a lot of times you hit this whole number at the 50, you'll get this pullback to the 25. We are at the morning. Okay, so you're in the morning time? It is 7:30 at night here. And I'm in Central Time. The market is on Eastern time, so per New York setting, it's 8:30. Because this is the Asia market, and the Asia market opens at 8 o'clock. Yeah, it did have some fairly decent movement. I mean, today we had a massive sell off. We sold off over 700 points today. When we open, look at this big sell off here. I mean, insane sell off today. Only thing about trading the Asia market, you got to be like super patient. There's not really a lot to do but sit here and listen to music, drink coffee. If there's people in the chat that's talking or, talking about either what happened for them during the day or what strategy they're working on or where they're at in their trading. Usually in the evenings, if I trade, I don't ever trade funded accounts this time. So any account that you see me trade in the Asia market's always an eval. I never trade my funded accounts in the Asia market. So we've been kind of focusing on our Bulinox accounts lately. So we've been trying to build up our Bulinox accounts. So if I can get this count passed, it'll be number 10. And I was trying to get a few build up because right now you can get counts for like fairly cheap, like $14, $15. Yeah, the only thing that sucks about Asia, man, it's like it just sits here and just grinds for hours. You can sit here for a whole hour and move 10 points. Then you'll get that quick bump. Then you'll sit here for another hour or two. So usually this time of the night's more or less about just kind of hanging out. What about yourself, Marvin? Are you trading or are you just watching trading? So the charts that you see us trading on, we're trading these on NinjaTrader. And this is an account through Bulinox. For anybody that's curious. Oh, you're having a bad network? Yeah, I've heard of people trading on apps and stuff before or their cell phones. Or tablets or what is the compact computers or something like that's what it's called. So now is that like cell phone service that you're talking about, Marvin, or is that your actual like home internet service? All right, so we're about 20 points away here. See, we could get a pullback around this 60 level. Remember how I kind of showed you all these down wicks sitting at about the 70? I'm hoping we can at least get the 75 or so before we get the pullback. So yeah, so that's 70. So you could hit that 70 and got another pullback before we get through there. So it may take us a little bit to get through those levels. A lot of good consolidation in this area here. So it's going to take a lot to get through that, especially if we... Okay. What's up, Flavor? I don't really recommend learning in the Asia market. The Asia market is just super slow, very choppy. Yeah, it's just... Right now we're trading in between whole numbers off support and resistance. So we had a huge consolidation zone pretty much since the market opened for 2 hours. Right now we're looking to run whatever this data wick was here at 4 o'clock this evening. So you can probably go look and see if earnings. Most of the time, whenever you see like a 100-point wick candle like this, most of the time it means we either had earnings, some kind of news event, or some kind of world event. So if something's going on in the world, the market will react to it and you'll get this huge big movement. Today we had like a big candle like that too. It was this big candle. We had something happen too. But they didn't release the job jolt numbers today. Apparently, I guess the government's on a partial shutdown. So we didn't get those job numbers that I thought we were going to get this morning. To me, it's a little bit easier to explain in the New York session because the volume's a lot higher, a lot more momentum. Then you can also go to the London session if that's I'm not sure what time zone you're in. But the London session moves a good bit, but not as crazy as the New York on most cases. But that's usually 2 o'clock my time. So I don't usually do the London session because I would struggle getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning to just even consider talking about charts. And see, most of my trades also, Flavor, are in between whole numbers. Because most of the time the market will magnet to the whole numbers most of the time. So right now we're still just kind of stuck at the 50 level. And so what we're going to do, if the market can pull back, say down to the 26 here, 25, we're going to add to it. Where are you trading at now, Flavor? Are you in submissive trading, or are you're just curious and looking into it? Have you even down? Are you trading off a certain set of charts right now, like TradingView or Trade of 8, Quantower, Ninja Trader? I mainly use Ninja Trader. No, I don't usually do teachings, Flavor. All right, here comes the 25 bounce possible here. Like I said, we like the market likes the whole numbers. We hit the 50, more likely we're coming back to the 25 here. The only thing I don't want to see is a pullback all the way to the 400. Let's see here. Leg. Might not get any farther here because that's at the 50% here. You got about 40 seconds left for this new 5-minute candle. All right. All right. See if we go back up to the 50 here. Yeah, son of a bee. If we lose the 25, that means we're probably going back down to the 400 here. Kind of need to make a push back up to the 50s here. I really don't want to see this big red candle with this small green candle with these little wicks, because that usually means that we're going to be bearish and we're going to be pushing down here. So yeah. Yeah, this means that we're going to probably have a deep pullback here, guys. We'll use this previous day close as kind of our line in the sand. If I feel like we're going to lose the 21, we'll close this trade and just look for another entry, because I don't feel like sitting down. I don't feel like coming down and drawdown. This way it'll be still pretty much a break-even trade for me. Even if I close it, I'd rather close it and go to break-even. So, like, let's just say if this candle ends up printing like this, and this next candle tries to push up and it cannot get above this candle, that means that we're going to be bearish. This is a kind of a candle that I like trading during the New York session when we have a lot more volatility. A lot of times you'll get like I said, this big red candle, small red, big wick candle. Then you wait for this next candle to print. And if it cannot break out the top of this candle, more likely we're moving down. We got 1 minute left on this candle. All right, 40 seconds left. $20 seconds left. We're waiting on the next 5-minute candle here. $13 seconds. Like I said, if this next candle prints and it cannot push above this candle here, more likely it's probably best if we get out of this trade. All right, let's see what happens here. Is it going to push it? No, I don't. I mean, it's there, but we're not really using it. It's just there for reference. Yeah. Ooh, come on. Which side of the candle is going to win here? How are you doing tonight, Turkey? If it breaks it, we're good. If it doesn't break it, we're not good. Come on, push it. Okay, we're good. We're good. The upside won. I wasn't sure which side was going to win there. Oh, shoot. Nice. All right. So the bottom part won. See what I mean by this little candle? Whoever wins the side of this candle most of the time is going to either continue higher. So that's why I was saying if we could not break above this wick to the upside, more likely we're going to be pushing down. I don't know how many pushes it's going to take to get through those 60 to 70 range. FIG. What is that? Inversion fair value gap, Turkey? My runner may get stopped out here. All right. Runner got stopped out. Was that a pullback to the 800s here, 400s for the gap fill in? Is there anybody in a liquidity sweep? Kind of sweep the. What are you thinking? We sweep the 80s here, Turkey? Oh, no clue. Oh, okay. I thought you were looking for a liquidity sweep. I didn't know if you were like when you were talking about looking for liquidity sweep that you were looking for it to rerun these lows down here before we can kind of push up through the 60s or 70s here. We still didn't run that data wick up there all the way up to 80s. I mean, I just still feel like we need to run the 475s here. What if most of you guys trading? Are most of you guys trading the NQ, or are you guys on other anybody like on gold, silver, the ES, maybe minis? We still got about 2.5 more minutes before a new 5-minute candle. Excuse me. No, I added one more with a pullback to the 25 up to the 38, but my last runner got stopped out for break even. The 50 back to the 25 worked though. If you got short from that 50, it came all the way back to the 25, and now we've kind of pushed back into the 810s here. So I kind of like to see the previous day close kind of hold up here at the 21. Yeah, pretty much just 5 minutes. Whenever I trade on the like 1 minute charts, I find myself over trading way too much. I don't really have like a setup or something that I trade in the evening. Like I'm still, for myself, I'm still fairly new to trading the Asia market. I mean, I don't really know it that well. So this is why I only trade evals in the Asia market. I mainly prefer to trade New York session just because it's a lot more higher volatility. I like the quick trades where you're just in and out within a minute or two. These the Asia market is just a whole different animal to me. You got to have like so much patience to trade this time of the night. Like I don't ever come into the any kind of expectations with the Asia market. My goal was just to just try to stay green or break even if I can help it, and be able to spend some time in the Asia market to practice. All right, new 5 minute candle. Yeah, most of the time it's between 9:30 and 11. We'll usually take like two funded trades. Like so today in my funded account, I think we made 400. So we were up 400 in our funded account today. What is the SGXAI? No, this is the micros NQ. So the tag would be MNQ March 26 contracts. So these are future contracts that we're trading. Once again, we're looking for another trade between 30 and 40. So if we hit this one, we'll be 3 for 3 tonight. This will be our third trade between 30 and 40. What the runner? The last runner didn't really get anything for us. Oh, don't tick me. There she goes. Let's see if we can get this 70 push here. All right. Come on, 75. We're looking for 75, but we're going to try to take it at 70. And that would be a nice little 40-point move here. So we're looking for that. You said one down at 386 should get filled. What's that, the 386? Oh, are you talking about this gap fill in? No. Oh, it's a 15-second gap fill in. Okay. I'm sorry, Fish Lips. I missed that 15 seconds part. Ooh, a little bit of crazy volatility there. Ooh, looks like it wants to bounce a little bit. Come on. We're looking for 70 here. This way we don't take complete zero out of this again. All right, this 60 is going to be a real pain to get through, guys. We kind of pointed out all this liquidity at the 60-63. Yeah, that's 60 to like 72 area. That's the bottom of your, what do you want, AM low? And we're also right here at the PM high. At the 60. So we're just not going to like let it come back and take zero because we can always re-enter. I'd rather just take something out of it. Eventually, I feel like we do make it up there to that 480 at that data wick or earnings wick or whatever this is here. Nah, come on. You shorted 450. I was already in long, so I may try to short the back end of 75. right. Come on, 5 minutes. You're looking for a 400 target. And that's off the 75? Wow. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here, guys. Ten seconds left. I hated seeing us make that swing there. Damn it. Come on. Ooh, we like seeing that little. Come on. Pop some volume in there. Yeah. We may try to jump back in that short with you, fish lips. We're just trying to get. Let me get through this 70 hit first. We at least got 20 points locked in. Big account evals, is that what you're trading? Heck no, we're trading a 25K, man. we're trading a small guy. Woohoo! There's that 70 we were looking for. All right, here we go. We're gonna try to backdoor the 75 here. We're looking for 80 sweep, guys. We're looking for this. We're looking for a sweep here. So, and I think we're just gonna do one micro and go from point to point. So we're gonna look and see if we get either the 75 push or even a push up to the 480s. I like to see it push between that 80 and 90 before we get the pullback. All right. All we do now is just sit here and just kind of hang out and wait and see what happens with the 75 to 80 level. Like I said, we will try to short the 75 here. This is the blue line we have marked out. We'll start off with one micro. And if we start getting the pullback, we will look to add. I'm not going to drop it unless we see a wick sweep above the 75 or 80 here. 40 seconds left. Should get a new candle here. 5 minutes. Come on. Say hello to your good buddy, the 75. No. Oh, so close. Missed it by like a few points. All right, come on. I want to see it sweep 80 to 85. I want to see it wick up in that area. They get the pull back to the 40s. Yeah. Come on. We're not going to drop this order unless we sweep the 75 here. We're looking for a sweep of this wick up here at the 80 level. Yeah, stock in the short. Yeah, I was trying to come in on the backside of this short, but it didn't sweep the freaking that data wick up there. So I was looking for that data sweep so we could possibly look for the short, but it didn't happen. Might be able to get another long opportunity here. If we pull it back in the 50 holds here. Yeah, that might have been the... You're long there. That's the top of that PM high there. See if we get the 44 to 42 run here. Usually I like to long this area off the PM session here. Are you trying to add at the 50 level, Fish Lips? Dude, this could create an order block here. Do we create an order block here? Green, red. This next candle is a green candle, man. That's going to be a big old order block. We'll see if we create this order block here. I'm putting my entry right above that PM high. That's why we're kind of above that 60 level. And there's a lot of wicks also in that area too. $41, $42 will be my line in the sand on this play. Dude, that's wild. $2,600 in PAs, man. Dude, I was happy with my $400 day. I was like, woo, shoot. Especially since I only usually get like $100 to $200 on my accounts. If we cannot reclaim the 60 level, all right, here comes the 50. I'm not going to sit here and just hold on to this trade here. So, like I said, 42 is definitely my line in the sand here. That's looking fairly bullish or bearish. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get stopped out. We're at that 42 level. 42 level is my line in the sand. Can't hold 41, 42. We'll pretty much get stopped out on this one micro. This was just one micro trade looking to see if we could push back up to that 75 or 80 level. We're about to have, shoot. Nah, that's going to get us because we're 40 seconds away from a new candle. I didn't pull fib on this leg to see what kind of pullback this was. $20 seconds. All right. Or shit got stopped out here. All right. We'll see what happens with this next candle here. This may be the bounce spot here too. Because that's 50% of this leg. Do you think this is where we get that 886 pullback at, Fish Lips? Downtown. All right, we'll just give it a few minutes and see what happens. Didn't really get the 75s like we were hoping for on that one. Are you still short from up there around that 70 area? Let's see if this holds here. Oh, my back. I don't really think too much about it, Turkey. Never really crosses my mind. Pretty much a gap fill in. I'm still looking for that 80 to get ran up to the top side. What do you usually trading cash, Turkey? Take off most of this stuff. Oh, you're new. That's right. I think you said that a while ago. Sorry about that. I forgot you said that. I had several people in the lobby said they were new to trading. I'm still looking for a push up into the 80s. I'm not sure where Outer's been at today. He might have had some. He might have been busy with work or something. Or he might have been in. I don't know. I know a lot of times if ICT is doing like a live or something, he's probably over there in ICT's lobby. I'm not sure because I'm not sure how often ICT does his lives, but I know Outer might be over there listening to ICT on his live days. I don't mind he's over there. I know that's what he likes to trade. I don't know if I've ever listened to like a ICT live serving. I mean, I've come across him a time or two, but I've never sit there and like listening to like his whole lives. I think I could listen to ICT a little better. I don't mind listening. If I mean, when I have listened to some of this stuff, I have a hard time listening to the rambling stuff. I wish it was more direct, like information or more just to the point. All right, so it looks like farther down. I think the 30 to 20 is going to definitely be kind of the big line in the sand here. If we cannot stay above the previous day close in the current mid, we're probably going back down to the 80s to clear up this gap down here at the 95s. Downtown, guys, downtown. All right, here comes that previous day close here at the 21. So are you going to try to long off the 86 area or 75, or are you going to wait for the pop back above the whole number? Oh, yours. Will long. Okay. Yeah, you just got to be super, super patient when it comes to the Asia market, guys. So, All right, didn't want to crunch ice in your ears. All right, we got about 15 seconds left. What's up, Cookies? How are you doing tonight? Have you taken any trades? All right, we're about to have a new 5-minute candle. Are you talking about that previous move? See, he was at 375. Oh. Oh, okay. So we could be pushing back up right here. Hell, we've already... Just missed the 412 low. It should come back down. Wouldn't mind seeing another like 50 hit or even that 75. Just being patient here, just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. All right, we're about to have a new candle here. So another 5-minute inside bar. All right, about to have a new candle here. Going to be super cautious because right now, I mean, man, my charts show me I want to take a if mm, man, it's almost like do we fill in this gap up here on the 5 minutes back up here to the 60s? Um, hey, how are you doing this evening, Rand? Right now we're kind of looking for a short. Maybe we're looking for a pullback to like the whole number down to the 400 there. But we don't want to get in it if it's not going down because I don't know. I hated that we didn't run that wick up at their 80s. So I try to get most of my entries in the evenings, like just very carefully, because I hate whenever I get into these entries this time of the night and you're just sitting here just chopping for freaking hour. So that's like the worst. The worst thing about trading the Asian market, man, is just getting caught in these choppy trades. You can be sitting in these things for an hour and move like 10 points. Dude, if this thing prints a new candle here, that was like, golly. Usually I take longs off of this. And that's printing at the 38. We got about a minute left on this 5-minute candle. There anybody in any kind of entries right now? Is everybody just kind of sitting on the sideline or what? What time is it? 9:30? 9:40? Sucks. We got a, what, 5 more minutes. We'll have a 15-minute candle. In 20 minutes, we'll have a new hourly candle. So, might not. Yeah, I tried to catch that short up there a while ago, Chris. I was waiting for that wick above. I was waiting for us to run that data wick, but we didn't get it, so we didn't take it. About to have a new 5-minute candle here. Come on, lose the previous day close. We should get a little push if we lose that previous day close. Yeah, we are, fish lips. Because I know we're at that previous day close and we could bounce. If we can get below these 20s, we should get a push down to the 400s. We're just at these, we're at the previous day close, which is usually a nice time for a bounce. There it goes. Oh, no, it didn't wick through my take profit. Okay. Woo, I like seeing that little bit of volume pop in there. We don't get much of that. Come on. Let's how far this thing could go. I'll do one micro here. I'm going to look for a gap fill in 95. Oh, you already jumped out at 12 fish lips? Dude, I thought you were riding that thing down to 75 or 86. Ah, shoot. Looks like our runner's about to get stopped. Look at that nasty wick. Oh, you re-entered? Nice on the re-enter. Oh, did the previous day close just hold? Come on. Nice. Come on. Yeah, it's probably going to go back to the 25. Ah, that's a big old nasty wick, guys. Big wick. At least for this time of the night. Oh, options. Yeah, I've never even tried the options there, went. All right, got stopped out on the runner there. See what kind of pullback here. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't get that 95 gap fill in. All we pretty much did was just run this. Did we even run this wick? No, we didn't even run that wick. Yeah, I heard people usually do pretty good at the option tradings, Wentworth. But I've never even looked into options as far as like the ones that pay a whole bunch of money. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. You lost hard on the options. Oh, Chris. Yeah, Chris said he lost hard on options. I've never even really even done the options. I've done the easy options before, but not the hard ones. Do we get another? Do we finally get that 80 push here, guys? Ah. Yeah, Chris, I'm with you, man. Those options, that's a whole new animal for most people. I know it is for me. I have, like I said, I've never even really messed with the one options that where you're betting against the stock or with the stock or the only way I ever done it was basically owned 100 shares and I put up the 100 shares for the premiums. That's the only way I've ever made any money off of options is selling calls or whatever that's called. I forgot the correct name for that type of option trading. I think I've only ever lost my stocks one time. Let me try along if this candle prints for me. Sorry, I keep yawning, guys. Most of the time, we're like asleep at this time of the night. I'm usually an early riser. Most of the time, we're up like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, excuse me. holy, holy goodness, Chris! You must have just got taken to the cleaners. I'm sticking with futures for a while until I no longer bitter forces me to quit trading for 6 months. Woof. What? Like 800K prop firm money or 800K like out of my pocket money? Holy goodness, dude. That would make me want to cry. Okay, so 80,000 of it was your own money starting out. Then so that was profit. Okay, profit that you've lost, man. Whew. Yeah, I've heard that you can make a lot of money trading options, but I know there's the other side of options. It's just like everyone that's trading silver and gold right now. They're just banging the silver and gold, but they're also can be on the wrong end of that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that push down to the 400s, the 475s, and look for long. So I kind of wanted that short area to push down to the 95s a while ago to kind of fill in this little gap area here. Ugh. Like I said, guys, usually we struggle staying up late. I want to say we're up like $100 on a micro tonight, Chris. Which is really not too bad for the Asia market because we're trading small 25K prop firm accounts. Nah, dude, there's just if I could wake my butt up at one, because I would have to get up at 1:30 my time in the morning. So the Asia market or the London market opens at 2 o'clock a.m. for me, and to even try to get up and just like really be like focused on charts would be so tough for me. So we'll do. I still struggle a little bit doing the Asia market because it's so slow. Some nights move. Tonight's really not that bad. It's slow, but at least we're getting some movement. But man, some of these nights, dude, the Asia market's just chopping sideways, and it's just so hard to trade this. Let's see. See here. Where did we take our trade at this morning? We took quite a bit, quite a few big trades this morning. Dude, we had a banger order block set up this morning. Let's see. That was one. We had like multiple trades. All right, here comes our order block here. That's actually been one of my favorite type setups is where you get the order blocks to kind of form after a big sell-off. Yeah, so we got short somewhere. I thought I got short already. Oh, I remember what happens. I was on the wrong account, so I wasn't able to show it. Okay. Ooh, I kind of missed the 400 bounce. We're going to wait and see if we fill in that gap first before we even consider long in this. So did you long the 400 back up to 425 fish lips? Wow, what a nice. No, okay. I wasn't sure. We're only up, like I said, 111 tonight, but it is green. We would have had a little bit more, but we took that one loss earlier. That one loss where we lost like 20 points on the one micro this evening. Tomorrow during the New York session, we'll push that account pretty hard if we get an opportunity. But I'm kind of feeling like we may get a kind of a choppy day. So tomorrow, just be careful. Don't get chopped up. I don't think they're going to release numbers this week because we're having a partial shutdown with the government. So I'm not sure what numbers they're releasing. So we did not get the job jolt numbers today. I want to say all the craziness in the market is whatever's going on with the in the Middle East with like United States, Israel, and Iran. I think that's what's causing a lot of the crazy movements with the market today. Yeah, we're them some rookie numbers. We're playing it safe in the good old Asia market. To me, whenever I trade the Asia market, man, it's all about just surviving. Just get through the night. Maybe practice the Asia market. Picks up some little wins. I wouldn't mind passing another Bulanox eval so I can have it sit there, then start a new one. That way I can be working on the 6 funded accounts with Bulanox. Fish lips, I'm so surprised that we didn't get that 480 ran up there. That's just wild to me. I'm surprised we just did not run those 480s. I'm hoping if we can sweep the 90s to 80s here that we can finally get that freaking that move up to the 80s. The butt is hurting. Don't know why it does that. Oh. So we would have to lose 97. What's up, Jude? How are you doing? So that 97 is actually a short level. There's also a 5-minute order block sitting there around the 75. So definitely a nice area for a bounce there. I see what you're seeing by like a nice bounce there, fish lips. No. Dang it. I accidentally closed my charts. Oh well. Uh, oh, I know. I was like, what is this? That's the start of the 9 o'clock 4 hour candle. All right. So if it's what 5 o'clock, so that would be the high and low. So you kind of pull the high and low of the previous 4 hour candle from 5 o'clock. So it would be here to here. We'll give it about 10 or 15 more minutes. If we can't get any moves in the next 10 or 15 minutes, we're probably going to call it for us tonight because we've already been kind of on here for a couple hours. And usually we kind of just don't want to trade more than a couple hours in the Asia market here. So we will look for a long if for some reason we do get the push down to like 75 to 60 area. If we push down that way. How's everybody else's night going this evening? And most of you guys at least green. Did anybody have like a big, huge night where you went in like super like over leveraged? I know Chris said he took the short for the 70, but I'm not sure. How many contracts did you use, Chris? Did you go in pretty heavy or did you go in like just a few micros? Or were you in minis? One mini. Nice, dude. Heck yeah. Man, those minis will just eat my lunch. These I'm trading small accounts, Chris, so I can't. There's no way I can trade a mini without. That's just be. I'll be being over leveraged for my account size. So is the London is usually where you're trading at, Chris? 1200 would one mini. Okay, so you do Asia, London, then later morning New York. Man. Whew. Yeah, most of my New York sessions, too, the early New York will cook me too fast. Yeah, I've gotten fairly good at trading the New York Open. I feel like that's when usually I do. I usually get my best trades is that early morning session. A lot of times I trade that 15 minute, the first 15 minutes from what 9 o'clock to 9:15. So that's usually what I take my entries out of. So the only thing this morning we didn't get the push back into the 15 minutes. So basically, so these boxes represent kind of a higher time frame. So this is a 4 hour candle, and all of these are 1 hour candles. And I think we already had the 50% pullback on that 4 hour candle. So pretty much 60%. So back into discount on the 4 hour candle. And you can also kind of see where it's at also on the hourly candle. So looks like we had that 40% pullback. Not quite the 50, but still a decent little pullback. So that pretty much had a short bias this morning. So we basically caught these moves down to what, like 3 different counts. Yeah, it's called the opening range. You can get it in the Discord fish slips. If you go to indicators and stroll up and look for opening range, and then you just select what time you want it to mark out. So I like to see where the 4 hour candle is from the previous 4 hour candle. So this is the 4 hour candle that you see starting right now. But I can't have it go here because whenever you set settings, it won't allow you to go from the day into a new day. So I had to end it at 12 o'clock. So we're still missing like an hour, but you can see it. It's pretty obvious. But anyway, this is your 4 hour candle starting at, is it 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock? Yeah, 1 o'clock. I'm sorry. So it starts at 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. So, and then I break down into 1 hours after that because I like to see where the 1 hour candles are at. Then the last one that we look for is the 15 minutes. And that's usually what we take our trade out of, this box here. So we caught all of that short this morning, like a lot, not all of it, but a good piece of it. We caught 70 to 80 points out of this long the morning before. And as you can see, got our little 15-minute baby box. Like I said, we trade. This is the box that we take our trades out of. So wherever we break out of this box, most of the time that's which way we're going with our entries. But most of the time we're looking for a nicer looking pullback. We haven't been getting that the last 2 days. The last 2 days it was just like straight up or straight down. I didn't get to trade this Monday morning because I had somewhere to go. So it's pretty sloppy. You still could have got the move up out of the box. So this is your 15-minute candle. You could have. No, I did trade this. That's right. I traded the first 30 minutes. So never mind. Okay, so we had a winner this day. I forgot. So we've won on every single opening this week so far. We haven't had a loser on the opening. Look at there. Oh, this was that one last Friday that I didn't get to move my stop loss. I re-entered it. So this one popped out a little bit at the opening. Then you had the 50% pullback. So your stop loss is supposed to go at the 50% of the candle. So I entered to go short, and I was trying to move my stop loss back up to this pre-line because I put this line in here pre-market. And as I was moving my stop up, it went, I mean, it just whipped so fast, like seconds. Oh, it was like super quick. Yeah, trading that New York session, we got a pretty nice little rhythm down with trading the New York opening. We hardly ever lose that New York opening lately. Most of the time, we'll try to break it down to it's like almost to the point where you can kind of get an idea about where it's about to go. And then I'll just take and look for levels. Either we'll try to run that previous 4-hour candle, or maybe it's some previous hourly candle, or New York high AM session from the previous day, or something. We'll look for some kind of level to trade. Did we get the gap fill in and I missed it? Let's see if we get another 50 push here. I can go to Discord. Did you find that indicator, fish lips? Let's see. If you go up to, I can tell you the date that it's on here. All right. So it looks like it's above the, oh, you got it, 426.14. Yeah, here. Opening range box indicator. Ah, come on. This will probably be the last trade of the night, guys. The stop loss probably has to be down here at the swing. Don't swing. Yeah. Yeah, then you'll just have to adjust it to your time zone, fish lips, since you're out west. So what is Methodical Man over there doing? Like a little race or something? Oh, he's doing a giveaway. All right, we're about 20 seconds away from having a new 5-minute candle. It's a giveaway, bro. That's okay. I don't want to take an account away from somebody that can possibly need a free account. I'm not saying I'll win, but never know. Ah, shoot. This thing's pushing down. Like I said, guys, this will be the last trade for me. I'll be calling it after this because I usually get back up around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's just another 5 or 6 hours for me. My wife usually gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning and get ready for work. Oh, come on. You have a chance. You have a great chance. Nah, that's okay. We'll give it a few more minutes to see if we can get a push finally. That dirty little wick right there. You see that little dirty wick? That was dirty. We'll give it a few more minutes to push. If not, we'll just walk away. Then we'll tell you guys how it ends tomorrow. Must not have a small what? PP? The smallest PP wins. Dirty old methodical man. He's gonna be a dirty old man when he gets older. He's already getting there, and he's in his middle age. Methodical man, did you see the tweaker in the tweaker in the wild video I sent you on TikTok? Oh goodness. Has anybody seen those? This guy's like talking about tweakers like they're like a wild animal in the wild because they're just doing like some just crazy stuff, man. It's pretty wild to watch. Oh, you didn't watch it yet? Oh man, how do you not? Is that what it's called, Jake? Is that what the TikTok channel is called? Oh, I didn't know the name of it. Yeah, I come across some of those every now and then, dude. Those things just have me rolling. Like, it's like, oh, like talking like some Steve Irwin, like, oh, the tweaker in the wild, like, as she's like doing or he's doing whatever down the road. Oh, goodness. They need Jesus. So true. Hopefully some of those folks get some help. That's pretty wild. Though, did you see how much Bitcoin has dropped off? Did Bitcoin find a bottom yet? I didn't know Bitcoin fell freaking what, almost $50,000 or 30,000, 45,000 or something. If we get stopped out, guys, we're gonna be. For some reason my OBS disconnected, so sorry about that. Oh, it reconnected. All right, this is gonna be the last. Like I said, guys, this will be the last trade of the night, and we will be back for the New York session. The New York session to me is so much more better than trying to trade this slower stuff here. Though we've been killing the New York opening lately, man. Like we hardly, like I said, you know, I'm not saying you won't take losses, but man, lately, man, it just seems like we've been rocking that New York opening. Yeah, I'm same. I'm about ready to call it. I actually stayed on probably about 25 minutes longer because I had re-entered this trade, and I've been trying to look for a trade where we kind of run those 480s up there, but we just have not ran them. Check the Discord, methodical. Yeah, thank you guys all for liking and watching tonight. Thank you if you hit the subscribe button. Usually I use Husk for my discount, Jake. But I had did you figure out how to? No, it's Husk for all of my discounts with Bulanox. Did you figure out how to get Bulanox on Ninja? Because there's several steps that you need to do to get that on Ninja. So first thing you have to do is I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. You have to download RTrader Pro. So anytime you use Ripnik, they're usually through Ripnik RTrader Pro. You download that app and you will sign into that app. So this is what the RTrader Pro login looks like. So you download this app and pretty much you'll sign in with the user password, whatever name you get through Bulanox. And you have to sign like 2 contracts saying that you're not a professional trader. I could log in and show you, but what will happen is if I try to log in, I think it logs me out of my Ninja accounts. Then it's the same thing up here. You'll go to connections. So you'll hit configure. But you also, remember this morning I showed you had to go to the Ninja webpage. So with Bulanox, I want to say it's under Ripnik for Ninja Broker. So you would click that one. And this is what it'll look like. So you'll have the connection name. And you can name it whatever. Then you put your username, password. Then under system, you put Ripnik paper trading. This is what I need to make the video on how to do all these steps to set up your Ripnik account. Correct. Well, they're kind of like the middleman. So you have Bulinox, the broker, the prop firm, and then you got R Trader Pro, which the controls the account kind of, and it's like they share information. So your trades go from basically Ninja to R Trader Pro to Bulinox when you're trading during the day. So Ninja Trader. So yeah, go to the Ninja website, create an account, go to the little blue guy right here, hit settings. Like I said, then you just go over to plans. Then you hit import license key, and that's the license key that you get from, say, Bulinox's webpage after you sign up. Let's see here. And it's usually on the front of the page. So let's see. Yeah, so this would be your free Ninja Trader license kit. So this will give you your data. And basically all you do is just copy it and just put it inside the Ninja website. Let's see. Yep. Here. And that'll give you your free data for the Ninja website. And as long as you have an active Bulinox account, either eval or funded, it comes with it. Yeah, if you get stuck and I just haven't made the little video, you can always just ask me and we can try to help you get through it. It's definitely really difficult if you don't have anybody helping you, because trust me, man, I've had to, I would have to ask like Methodical Man a lot, or it was like a real pain in the butt when I was first setting it up. So what you can do if you want to have multiple accounts, so you can have one Ripnik account, and then you can have as many TradeAvate accounts as you want. So then you can log into all your TradeAvate accounts. So you can have your one Ripnik account, because you only can log into one Ripnik account. And then you can have whatever you're trading with, Apex or whoever else you want to trade with. So like I can log into my Bulinox and Apex at the same times. As long as Apex is not Ripnik, it has to be their TradeAvate account. What's up, Papa? How have you been? Yeah, I saw that gold had a massive pullback since last week, along with silver. I'd imagine someone's got their pocketbook hurt pretty bad last week. During that crazy rug pull. Whatever that silver sold. I saw some guy talking about that, man. That's only like the third or fourth time in history that silver's ever dumped that much. Like 30 or 40%. That was a pretty crazy dump for paper silver, I guess. Oh man, I thought that was going to hit our 40 target up there. Yeah. Now they're selling it to buy physical bars and forget the stocks. I know I've seen lots of stories on TikTok about all these metal brokers are stuck with so much metal because a lot of people rushed in to sell like silver and gold when they were at all time highs, and now the mints or whoever they sell it to are not buying it because they have bought too much and they don't want to take the possible rug pull loss on the silver. Yeah, I think I've watched that on the whatchamacallit, the GameStop stock before. Where all the little uh, retail traders were able to drive up the stock of GameStop while the big firms were shorting it. Yes, Solo. We traded the PAs today. We trade the PAs every morning at the opening. We had a really good trading day on the PAs. We had a $400 trade today, even though the 400 was an accident, because I meant to do a 200 and 200 on two different accounts. Yeah, we've caught in some really nice trades the last couple days. Sounds good, Jake. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by to hang out for a minute. I'm getting ready to head out myself. I was just seeing if I can get to that first target here on this push up. We've been looking for a trade to push up to the 70s to run these 80s. We got a data wick from earlier today from here. I'm not sure if it's a data wick, but it's some kind of big wick. I don't know if it was a earnings or some kind of news event or what that was at 4:30, around 4:30 today. Still got about a minute 20 seconds left on this candle. The deadhead trader. Oh no, we're not a die-hard trader. I do more of the streaming the streaming stuff part of it. I try not to trade a whole lot during the New York session. Usually we're looking for two trades for the fundeds. Lately, the reason why you've been seeing me trade a little bit more, Jake, is because I've been trading evals. We're trying to build up our funded accounts with Bulinox. So with Bulinox, you can have three funded accounts, and everyone over that is kind of, it puts in a little pocketbook. So these are my master accounts with Bulinox. Then I have a little master one, a pre one sitting there that we passed today. So we have four fundeds with Bulinox plus three or four with Apex. And so what it is, we were trying to, since Bulinox is cheap right now, so we've been trying to build them up. The only places that we do streaming is YouTube and TikTok. I've never tried streaming on Facebook. I did Discord one, not Discord. I did Instagram once, but the delay is horrible on Instagram. It's the same way for anybody that trades on the X. The delay is horrible. TikTok, I'm not sure what their delay is. We're trading the NASDAQ. So usually YouTube is about 5 to 6 seconds. So that's why a lot of times, Jake, I won't call out these breakout trades, because the time you see them, I've already been in it a few seconds, and it's really hard to take, follow someone that's taken breakout trades. So this is why I never recommend following the eval trades, because the time I enter it and the time you see it, it could be 5-10 points away. I mean, 5 seconds in the market sometimes, I mean, it can just be moving. If it's a slow, choppy area, the morning time, I usually give a more idea about where I'm entering. But whenever I switch over to evals, this is why I constantly tell people I'm trading the evals, because I don't want nobody to mess. It's kind of like those expensive funded or evals that you bought with Tradeify? You said you paid like $100 for them. Yeah, see, I'd feel bad, dude, if I messed up some of those for somebody. We're probably not going to re-enter this. We're probably going to close this trade and move on to tomorrow. I don't plan on re-adding it to this. I will just take my stop loss. Yeah, I just share people what I do. I understand not everything works. Everybody does everything differently. Almost every trader you watch on YouTube is just, they do something different. Probably one of the bigger communities out there is the most of the people that's trading the ICT stuff. There's a ton of the ICT traders out there. I like trading support and resistance uh with breakouts. Yeah, that's a help too. Mostly everybody in our lobby, Jake, is doing something different. They just do whatever works for them. I'm going to go for the 60, guys. I don't like trying to hold this thing up there to the 70. I done tried that 70 level like 4 times tonight. I think was I in this one? I can't remember if I was in this one. I think this was about as high as it goes tonight, but I still think the 80s get ran here. All right. We appreciate it. Yeah, that 50 may get a little resistance here at the 50. We're going to pray for the 60 here, guys. Come on, 60. Now, my breakout trades, I love trading in between whole numbers. So if we're getting breakout trades, like we're just really good movement, a lot of times I won't take trades into the whole number. I'll take my trades after the whole number. So if I know we're going to lose the 50 to 25, I'll try to take a trade like that first 10 points from like 55 to 70 or 55 to 65. And see, a lot of times we'll hit this 50, then you'll get the pullback all the way to the 25 here. But I also like to pull fib on my 5-minute candles. And a lot of times on these 5-minute candles, you're looking for about a 20 to 30% pullback. And usually if that pulls back and hold, you know that the bulls or bears are still going to stay in control. If you're playing with it from candle to candle. And a lot of times, if you lose the 50% of the 5-minute candle that you're on, more likely we're going to have a decent pullback. We want to see this hold up here. We're hoping that the 40% holds. There's also a big wick here on the 5-minute. So hoping this wick right here will save us if we do get the pullback. I know, dude. Fish lips, I've been looking for that freaking 60 to 70 range hit all night long. Oh, this is the 535 EMA. Dude, I haven't had that on my charts in a little while. I try to do away with most of the stuff on my chart so that I'd even let it bother me for what's there. So that's why we've taken so much stuff off our charts. Mainly we just use the levels from the previous day open, close, the London high, the Asia high, low, those type of lows. Then I think we have the 21 EMA on our chart. All right, let's see if this wick's gonna save us. All right, we'll give it the 50% here and see if the 50% holds. But a lot of times if you lose 50% of that candle, we're going back down. If so, we'll just get stopped out and that'll be it for the night for me. There's the 50% of the candle. Oh, holy crap, man. That thing just wicked through. This thing's probably going back to the 25. All right. All right, guys. That has to be it for me tonight. Thank you guys for watching. It's already almost 11 o'clock for most of us. Or it's 10 o'clock for me. All right, guys. We will be back in the morning at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. All right, so we just trading 1 or 2 micros tonight. We finished 150. So that was about 10% of the account because remember I only got to make $1,500 on that account. Oh, look at the 50 to 25 fish lips. Come on. Dude, that's been banging tonight, man. That 50, that 25 to 50 level. I'm trying to find my page. Oh, it's right there. All right. Thank you guys.